welcome. My name is Yamil, and in this video, I want to talk about the cheating. If you've been cheated, what to do, how to process it, etc. So, I have been helping people get divorced for the last 10 years, and almost every week, I get a phone call about somebody crying on the phone saying, my husband cheated on me, I want to file for divorce. And I usually do not give them the quote information that they're looking for because I recognize that if you're crying, if you're calling a divorce preparer like myself or a divorce attorney, or you're calling someone in that state of mind, you're going to make very hasty decisions, and even start spending money on something that perhaps you're not ready to do yet. And so I want to address that here in this video on YouTube because I know this is something that happens universally, regardless of where you live, regardless if you're a man or a woman, regardless your gender or your gender identity, or the other person that you're in love with. So the moment that you find out that you have been cheated on, um, that's a huge blow to ourselves, to our ego, to our sense of security. It is a complete tower moment, like they say in the tarot cards. It is a complete, your floor has fallen from your feet. And it's understandable to get absolutely, completely devastated and very emotional. Usually, and this is the thing, when you're married and you're trying to, and you automatically think, okay, that's it, I'm going to get divorced. That may be the right decision for you. However, I feel that in order to go through a divorce, it's better to get healthier first, in a better, more secure state of mind versus jumping on the process right away, because the process can be tedious. And and if you're doing it through an emotional crisis, that's, you're not showing up as a good version of yourself, you're showing up as a shattered version of yourself. And then that is a life changing decision to make. So one of the first thing that I tell people when they call me and they're very upset, I tell them to, before they do anything, before they start spending any money, because I don't take, like, I won't take their money, but somebody else will. But before you keep calling trying to find somebody to spend your money, I want you to take a deep breath and understand that no matter what, you're going to be okay. And many times, at this point, they're still crying, right? They're still very upset. And then I remind them, think of all the people that you know that has gone through this in the past. And I think every one of us knows somebody that has gone through this devastating situation. When you go through, when they have gone through something like that, did they ended up okay? Yeah, and it's gonna take time. It's not gonna be an immediate thing. It's not gonna be a pill. But again, through time, things do improve. And that doesn't mean that they're going to improve with the with that person. It could be that you end up divorcing, and it could be that all of that happens and you move on with someone else. But life will get better. This is like one of the worst situations that could happen to any of us, but it will eventually get better. It will eventually, because what happens is that many times that cheating event, many times, is just a symptom of other problems in the relationship that for whatever reason was not addressed or was not repaired. It was not forgiven. Usually when there's cheating, there have been other situations, other events in the relationship, even if it was not related to cheating. It could be something else, maybe lying about money, maybe lying about, other situations. There's usually other things that can indicate that there were other problems going on, and for whatever reason that person felt cheating was their escape, or whatever it was. So that's number one. Number two, that I tell them is to find that thread. Find, okay, so that thread that maybe indicated that perhaps this wake up call is a blessing in disguise for you. And I know nobody wants to hear this, but if you find out that you've been cheated on and you're devastated, you're hurt, you're blindsided, understand that perhaps it's best that you know now versus maybe know 10, 20 years from now. Or perhaps you know now and then you can make decisions about your life that are more healthy for you. But making decisions in a very upset frame of mind is usually a recipe for disaster, because you don't have a healing, you don't go through the healing process, and one of the things that we need to do, and this is like the hardest thing I'm going to mention, okay, is that you need to forgive your spouse, your partner. Hear me out. That doesn't mean that you're going to say, like, not address the situation. You're not going to, if you're going to decide to stay together, not work on it, not go through therapy, not truly, unpack what happened, and how it happened, and how can we avoid it, what was your role and what was your role in it, because a marriage is tough too. So there may be something that's been brewing in the surface. Maybe he doesn't have the right communication skills to convey, this is what I want, or this is making me unhappy. And ladies and gentlemen, the cheating usually is not about sex. It sounds like it, but it's not. It's usually about many other underlying situations. Many, maybe the person that cheated was feeling insecure. Maybe that person that cheated gained some weight, and somebody gave him some attention, and okay, so now I get a little boost to my confidence. But usually, when a person cheats, unless they told you, hey, I cheated, I'm with somebody else, see ya, deuces, then that's different. But if you found out because of whatever reason, somebody told you, you saw a text, you saw an email, you saw a message, you saw a credit card bill, whatever it was, if if you found out because the person didn't hide it correctly, let's be honest, okay, or didn't, or made a mistake, or took a side step, or you're just always on top of your spouse, regardless, usually a person cheats not because they want to replace the person at home. Okay, a marriage is more than just sex. A marriage is a partnership, it's a life built together, is sharing the same kitchen, it's sharing the same bathroom, it's sharing chores, it's sharing responsibilities, it's sharing money, bank accounts, whatever it means to you. But a marriage is more than just what happens in the bedroom. It's that's just one piece of it. And a lot of times that people do whatever they do in the street, they do it for reasons of their own, and they justify it, and they may justify it by saying, oh, you don't give me enough, or you don't tell me I'm sexy, or you don't tell me this and that. And then if that comes to light, okay, then let's go to therapy, let's understand each other's love language, and let's work on it. And that should have been done before the cheating happened. But most, let's face it, most people in the world are not going to say, I'm about to cheat on you, let's change, we need to change something. Nobody's going to do that. But perhaps there have been times that your spouse have been asking for something, and maybe you say, yeah, 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 someday we'll go on vacation, someday we'll go on a little mini getaway, someday we'll go on a date. But if things happen, and life happened, and life happened, and life happened, and the relationship was not put in priority, unfortunately some things are going to happen. Now, I'm not saying this is the case for everybody, And I'm not saying that the person is on the right for cheating. That's not what I'm saying. That is unforgivable. Okay. But you do have to, if you want to stay in this relationship, or if you're really upset and you feel that you really love this person, then those are things that you need to look at. Okay. And both of you need to have open communication and completely honesty about what happened. Okay. And the last thing that I'm going to say is definitely get help. Get help. Don't try to go with this alone. And for God's sakes, don't call everybody that you know and tell them what happened. Don't put it on social media. Don't put it on blast. Okay? It is a tragedy. It is a situation between a man and a woman. There's some trust that got broken. Okay? Talk to an expert, talk to a professional about that situation. Talk to a professional and start healing. Even if you decide to get divorced, get therapy, start healing, and forgive your spouse. Not that you need to stay with them, okay? But forgive your spouse, because forgiveness is your own medicine, not theirs. Their karma will live on, and whatever happens to that person happens to that person. But for your sake, for your sanity, for you to heal, and the next relationship, be able to open up your heart again, you need to heal. Because if you jump into another relationship right away, this is it, you're just perpetuating the pain, and making it keep going round and round and round like a snowball until it gets humongous. you know just take your time. Don't go on a rebound relationship, or because you're in pain and now you want to cause them pain. That doesn't take you anywhere. That's not going to save the situation. It's not going to, in hiring an attorney, get divorce papers drafted and giving them in their face to hurt them. That's not going to fix anything. Don't use divorce or divorce papers as a wake up call to the person, because the person is going to behave a certain way until they think they're out of the danger zone. And then guess what's going to happen again? They're going to do it again. Because until your person and you, both of you, go into therapy and start digging out all the hurt, all the pain, whatever it was, what happened, until you guys start digesting and start making changes on a daily, it's not worth staying in that relationship. And if you feel like you're done, then you're done, and that's fine. But if you're picking up the phone and you're trying to get an appointment with an attorney or a document preparer, and you're still crying and upset, just take some time. You don't need to rush into things. Just take some time until you can pick up the phone and talk to someone without crying. Because you have to understand, a divorce is 99.99 paperwork. The rest of it is just baggage. But if you don't work on yourself, and if you don't work on healing, and you get divorced, it's it's just a piece of paper. It's 99.99 paper. Heal, forgive, forgive yourself, forgive your spouse, forgive the other party. Let it go, because you know that no matter what, you're gonna be okay. Okay, this is what I have for you. I hope it helps. Please comment down below with an emoji or something. Let me know that you appreciate this video, and I hope you have a blessed day. Namaste.